The three Rohtak brutes who simply assumed that they would get away by passing lewd comments and to molest women on a bus have been sent to police custody till the 6th of December. Rohtak's Aarti and Pooja thrashed their molesters black and blue and showed to smirking onlookers that they will not just sit down and take it anymore. And for this exemplary courage, the Haryana government has announced a cash reward of 31,000 rupees each and a bravery award on Republic Day. Meanwhile, the Haryana Transport Department has suspended the conductor and driver of the bus who, despite what was happening, chose to remain mute spectators like everyone else on the bus.
दो लड़कियों ने जिस प्रकार का एक साहस का काम किया है वो प्रशंसनीय है और निश्चित रूप से आत्मरक्षा की दृष्टि से भी और वैसे भी समाज में जो महिलाओं की लड़कियों की छेड़खानी का जो विषय इससे बंद होगा ये सारा विषय इन बहादुर लड़कियों ने जो काम किया इसके लिए हम इनको 26 जनवरी को बहादुरी का जो पुरस्कार होगा वो देंगे.
On Sunday evening, 3 men harassed these girls on a Haryana Roadways bus while others chose to simply sit there and do nothing. The girls retaliated by thrashing the assailants with their belts. All of it caught on camera. And after showing the way, these girls have a clear message.
मैं लड़कियों को यही कहूँगी कि आगे बढ़कर विरोध करो. अगर कोई लड़का तुम्हें परेशान कर रहा है, अगर दबोगे तो लड़के आपको खुद और ज़्यादा दबाएंगे. अगर उनका सामना करोगे तो खुद ही भाग जाएंगे. मैडम, ये सिर्फ आज की बात नहीं है, हमेशा बस में ऐसी वारदात होती है, लेकिन कभी भी कोई भी मदद करने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, क्योंकि सबको डर है कि अगर पुलिस हमारे घर आ गई तो, अगर मीडिया हमारे घर आ गई तो सब ये मानते हैं कि हेल्प की तो बदनामी होगी.
Well, these Rohtak girls have won appreciation from all quarters. Let's take a listen in to reactions that have been coming in since yesterday.
This is very evident that the women are picking up courage. Women are picking up courage by education, by larger awareness, by training, by self-confidence, and now coming of age. I think it's probably even out of desperation. It could be. But the fact is, totality, women are changing.
ना लोगों ने कुछ एक्शन लिया, ना जो ड्राइवर कंडक्टर थे उन्होंने कुछ एक्शन लिया. इनको लड़कियों को जो हमने पढ़ा है, पता चला है, उनको बाहर तक किया गया बस से और किसी ने कुछ नहीं किया. तो आम लोगों की भी बात है, लेकिन जो कंडक्टर और ड्राइवर हैं सबसे ज़्यादा एकदम एक्शन स्टेट को उन पर लेना चाहिए था.
Yesterday's incident, which was highlighted through you, the media, very clearly showed that public spaces in India for women are still not very safe. And the way in which those two brave girls fought for themselves and for their safety highlighted the fact that except for one passenger, the rest of them were all very scared to even stand up to defend them.
Well, this is the video on which basis action was finally taken against the 3 molesters who've been sent to judicial custody till the 6th of December. The 2 girls will be felicitated by the government in Haryana as well as in Delhi for bravery. Well, it's arguable precisely what needs to happen going forward here, but they will be felicitated for bravery on Republic Day. The onus on the girls and not just on the molesters. We're going to get more reactions coming in on this story. Well, there's more bad news for the 3 molesters who got beaten up by those 2 girls on board that bus. The army has rejected their applications with immediate effect. They had actually applied to be in the army, if you can believe it. The 3 men were reportedly looking for a career in the army and had cleared one of the 3 recruitment tests. According to army sources, the applications have been rejected after the police complaint. Joining me live now from Bangalore is Srisha Reddy. Joining me live from Kolkata is my colleague Manogya Loiwal as well. We've been conducting, a spot check really across the country about a question that everybody already knows the answer to. Do people feel safe on buses? Does this story from Rohtak inspire people across the country? And more importantly, is the onus really on women? Do they need to take it upon themselves to beat up molesters, or is it upon India to teach molesters not to molest, put the fear really in their hearts? Well, the one thing we can tell you here on Headlines today is that this story has received a huge and enormous amount of appeal. We've been getting calls, SMSs, emails, tweets, messages on Facebook since yesterday from people say they're truly inspired by what has happened. Srisha and Manogya, I want to come to you, Srisha, first. A hugely inspiring story. Many people, the emotions it has evoked are inspiration and also anger.
Well, exactly, Shiv, if I can tell you about, what people in Chennai are feeling. Of course, yes, this sort of an incident, though there are not many incidents that have been reported from Chennai, yes, but they do feel strong and, of course, appreciate this kind of incident that women should protect themselves when they see that nobody is going to raise their voice, because this kind of an incident where we saw nobody, all these, people inside the bus, they were just remaining a mute spectator. They didn't even raise their voice when such an incident is happening, including the conductor and the driver. So, though people do travel in buses every day, there are molesters, people keep molesting girls, and yes, of course, people they hesitate to bring out this kind of an incident out. But yes, this brave incident also been appreciated from all quarters. Let me just talk to Ms. Revati, who is a software professional. What do you feel about this incident? Do you think it's an appreciable incident?
Definitely, it's a brave act. Actually, we need to actually first congratulate them for such a brave act, and it's become a national news today. So I need to congratulate those two girls. Yes, actually, we women have to come out and protest on our own. We should not wait for anybody to just join hands and all. So each one has to just come up or jump into the stage and act to the situation.
But what do you think about these people who don't respond at all? Because, inside this bus, when you see this...
It's an individual thing. You cannot just, you cannot force things on these, because it's you, two, have to join together hands and make things to happen like that. Not that just wait for who is holding hands and who is going to come. No. There's no time for us, right? We need to just act to the situation.
That's right. So, we have a person who's been saying that, we need to act to the situation, because we have been seeing so many incidents in the country, though not many being reported in Chennai. But what is your view? You're a college student. So what is your view?
First things first, I feel that what the girls did was absolutely right, because in our country we see that rapes are happening, and girls are getting molested almost every month. So I feel that what the girls did was right. Girls have to stand up for themselves. No one can come and support the girls when girls are getting molested, because I have sisters, so I know how it feels when girls get molested in a bus. And I just want to say, comment on the fact when you see the incident happen, people are protesting, but now in the bus no one bats an eye. Exactly. It's actually quite shocking for me. So I feel people must rise up to occasions like this and support girls who are being molested in buses, and one more thing that I feel, this is a very strong taken by the girls, and what is it? Yeah, but people should follow this, and girls must just learn how to be brave now.
Exactly. So this is just bringing one point very clearly, Shiv, that girls must be brave. They should raise their opinion. In fact, try and be brave, so that people will follow suit. And of course, people will also, in fact, rethink or think twice if to do something like this.
Srisha, stay with me. I also want to bring in Manogya Loiwal and Vidya, my colleague, who joins us live from Mumbai this evening. Manogya, what kind of response has this story got, among the thousands of people in Kolkata who depend on public transport? People have been quiet for so long. This story seems to have really lit a fire like nothing else in recent memory.
Well, yes, it's a shocking incident that has sent ripple effect even in West Bengal. We'll talk to people in Kolkata on what do they think about it. Perhaps we have been speaking and they have been saying that it has been a shocking incident. And of course, they have not taken it in the right spirit as far as the males are concerned. आपको लगता है कि जिस तरह से लड़कियों के साथ बदतमीजी हुई थी, उन्होंने जो किया वो सही किया?
हाँ, बहुत ही अच्छा किया, क्योंकि आजकल हम लोग जब घर से निकलते हैं बहुत टेंशन लेकर निकलते हैं कि हम लोगों पर सिक्योरिटी बहुत ही कम हो चुकी है. हम लोग जब रास्ते में निकलते हैं, बहुत लड़के लोग आजकल बहुत ही ज्यादा लड़की को छेड़ता है. ये बहुत ही गलत हो चुकी है. जो लड़की ने किया है बहुत शाबाशी मिलना चाहिए उन लोगों को. और हम ये कहना चाहते हैं कि लड़की के लिए सिक्योरिटी बहुत ज़्यादा करना चाहिए, क्योंकि आज हम लोग डिपेंडेबल होना चाहते हैं. हम लोग को हर वक्त घर से बाहर आना चाहिए, तो हम लोगों का सिक्योरिटी बहुत ही खराब हो चुकी है. इसलिए वो जो किया वो तो बहुत ही अच्छा किया, लेकिन ये ठीक नहीं है.
Well, absolutely, the molestation charges that we've seen, that and also that the fact that the three molesters have lost their job that they were applying for in army is something that has gone down very well. But do you feel that this kind of cases that come up are just stray incidents, and there's a lot more happening in the city, and the men should also take the cause forward of not molesting the women in public?
It actually straight away has to start from men to realize that women are not just objects, and you can't just touch them around and throw comments. But what I feel the two girls that they have done is, when I saw the news, I watched the video, I straight away shared it on social media, is there's something I keep telling my friends all the time as well. If you stay quiet, they will think that you're the one who's doing wrong and they will do it again. The two girls, what they've done today is they've raised their own voice. They've showed the men that was they who were wrong. They've showed the world that the men were wrong. It is a brilliant example in front of the entire world, and I am extremely proud of what these women have done. Wonderful job by both the girls, and I think all the women should take example from that staying quiet does not help at all. You have to raise your voice if you want anything to happen.
Well, absolutely, you have to raise your voice, and you have to raise your voice as far as these kind of cases are concerned, where if the women do not raise their voice, it would go unheard, and especially these kind of men will be on stray, and they would continue to do what they've been doing in the past also. And perhaps this is one incident that is a big eye-opener for many more women who haven't raised their voice till now.
Well, it throws up a huge number of points and stands there really as an example for everyone, not just in the country but across the world. And it's a story, we can tell you, that's been picked up across global media pretty much everywhere. I also want to bring in Vidya, my colleague, who's with me live from Mumbai now. Vidya, Mumbai, a city that perhaps depends on public transport more than any other city in the country. It's a place that's considered safe for women. But has this story from Rohtak, touched a chord, especially the notion of people who see what's happening to others and simply, just sit on their hands, they don't really intervene?
Well, in Mumbai, people are really running short of time. Most of the time that I have been speaking since morning to people in Mumbai, most of them had this very thing that they do face these kind of problems. Eve-teasing, staring. These are things that they face every day, but they do not really do much about it because they think that running home, running to the offices is the priority, and but they certainly accept that what the girls in Rohtak have done was something very commendable. Let's speak to a few people. Do you think naming and shaming people who indulge in these kind of activities is one thing that could really bring out, could help in actually reducing this perpetration?
I think it's at least a step forward. Usually what happens is their names are mentioned in the paper, we read it and we forget about it. They're treated as victims. At least in this case, they're at least given a more heroic image. The fact that they stood up and they did something about the situation, that's very admirable.
Do you guys face this kind of a problem, and do you think naming and shaming these kind of perpetrators is a most important act of letting the public know that these are the perpetrators who have done something wrong?
Yeah, it is. If I have been, I come across such a situation, and if I don't know, if I happen to face such a situation, I think the guy who does it should be his name should be made public, his identity should be made public. I don't know how far that's possible. If you have the guts to video some incident like that happening in front of you, I'm pretty sure you're okay with naming the person who's the perpetrator.
But do you think people in Mumbai do come out and help? Like in this case, we saw standers by just being mute witnesses. They did not really help those girls much. Do you think people in Mumbai do come out and help when if you're facing some such incidences?
Personally, I've been lucky enough to have been in a public area when such an incident happened. So I started shouting and I ran towards the guy who almost came on to me. So, and people who were around me, they started shouting and they almost bait him up and stuff. So I was kind of lucky, but I'm looking at the amount of incidents that I've read, I don't know if everyone's as lucky as
Have you faced these kind of problems?
I haven't faced anything. I find myself really lucky in that. But I don't think that if there were a situation like that to come up, I don't think that people would. I think ek to crowd jama hogi and then people tend to stare. Instead of helping, their first instinct isn't always helping the person out. It's to stare, find out what's happening, and then they choose to maybe ignore it or do something about it, and that the percentage of population that chooses to do something about it, especially in Mumbai, is very low.
Okay, so basically, as you heard, people in Mumbai are not really very helpful, forthcoming in helping women is what these people feel. And in fact, most of the time that I have been speaking to people, they too have been saying that most of them, they find that there are mute spectators around, not very helpful people, and that's one of the reasons why they deter themselves from going ahead to the authorities and registering a complaint because they would not really find too many witnesses as well.
Well, the one thing we can be sure of at this point of time is that the story in Rohtak about the two sisters has really struck a chord. People have opinions, people are reacting, people have been energized across the country by the things they've seen, the pictures they've seen, the videos they've seen that we've put out here on Headlines Today and across the media. It's a story, like I said, that's been picked up across the world, really. It's struck a chord, really, not just here in India, but across the world. Srisha Manogya Vidya, thank you very much for joining us.